Hi guys, welcome back for another one. We're continuing here with Transport Fever 2, our EPEC challenge. Every product to every stage, tropical map, hard difficulty. All right, it's time to get into it. And I need to kind of give an update of kind of like where our progression is so far. I don't think I've given one of those yet. So ultimately, guys, you know, the goal of this series is to deliver every product to every city as long as it's demanding the good by the end of the game. And usually I don't like to, even if somehow I get every product connected up to every city before the year 2000, I will not end this series before the year 2000. So if a city would grow in that time period, demand another good, I definitely hook it up. And then I think it's in that time I'd just spend time optimizing some routes if that's what it takes. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, so here's the scorecard as it is right now. Now I don't have things rated by how like has a city gotten every good it's demanded so far. What I have it more rated by is have I completed the setup phase of every good, and we're about 50% there. We have completely set up the food production. It's currently being produced and being delivered to every city possible. I'm gonna put an asterisk mark. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't check on that before pressing record. It's possibly I could be missing something. I don't think I am, but if I am, obviously we wouldn't, you know, I will check every city before it's over. Construction material being produced 2 different locations, which is the goal. Fuels being produced at 2 different locations, which is the goal. So that's our 50%, right? Food, construction material, fuel, which is arguably probably 3 of the easiest. I mean, tools is probably in there 4, you know, those are probably the 4 easiest. And then you have machines and goods, which are a little bit the hardest. So we still have to produce tools, machines, and goods from a second location, and then, you know, link them up to make sure that they're in production and they don't close on us. So today's episode, I thought about doing tools. I did look into machines. It's not looking good. I might have to revamp the machines production as it is right now. But tools, I did have an option for tools today, but I think what I want to do is go for goods. I think I have a good second location for goods that I want to jump on, and yeah, that's kind of where I am. I want to jump on it while I have a good location. So first things first, let's go ahead and zoom out here. I'm going to show you guys where the first goods production is currently being done at. And that is being done up here close to Torrance at this location. Now this one's going to be a unique one. And the reason why I'm saying it's going to be a unique one, because before, right, I build a second station and I hook up 4 cities to that one. And then the second one, the other 4 cities get. So I kind of separate everything out by 4. Palm Bay has grown, and there goes making me lie about fuel already. What else are you going to accept? That's probably going to take a second. So anyways, yes. Like normally, like I said, we hook up every to 4. However, we're going to make an exception here with goods. So this goods line, it's only going to service 3. And here's the reason why I'm going to do it. So you see Torrance and tools. That's 2 I'm already making. Oh, well, Palm Bay, I'm going to have to hook you up. Which is going to be simple because tools is being produced right there. That's in, and then fuel is over here, which will just try to get you on a line that connects up somehow. We'll figure that out. That's not the point of today's episode. There is something I want to touch base on, as I do want to split this goods production into 2 episodes. Anyways, so back to my point, right? Lancaster, one of its main products it's requesting is goods. Torrance, one of the main products it's requesting is goods. The other 5 cities, none of them, their main request is not goods. Gresham is a second one, so it's never going to demand as much as that it possibly can. So what I want to do, since actually Everett has a second demand, Gresham has a second demand, is what I want to do is use one of these 2. I haven't 100% settled down yet on which one I'm going to use on as our second goods location, and it's actually going to service the other 5 cities as they do not have a high demand for goods. So I can definitely split that resource off between 5 cities and just allow Lancaster and Torrance to really siphon off all the goods production. And then if Richmond ever demands goods, I just ship them on over. And that's kind of how I'm going to handle this one. So this one's going to get an exception, but it will work out because of the way the towns are demanding that product. So before we get into that, so what I want to try to do is like kind of like the start of every episode, or as it comes up, is look at our lines and like update one, like fix one that definitely needs updated. And there's one that really needs updated. Now, what we're going to spend the first part of this episode really focusing on, and that's tools. We have a lot of tools backing up here, which means we probably have a pretty good production, 300, and we're just not shipping them. If we look at Madison, we're under shipping. We look at Richmond. With this one, we might not be under shipping too much because it's not. If I get machines here, we definitely would production. Like I said, I tried to look into machines at the start of this episode. There are no great options for machines. I'm just going to call it what it is. So anyways, yes, that one's not too bad. But let's go ahead and take a look at Richmond real quick. We want to make sure that it can get its demand of 66. So currently, it is getting 71, so it can get 66. And if we go from the ship here, we have 61, so we are a little short on the ship part of it. Let's go ahead and manage these vehicles and see if we can switch them into something else that gives us a little bit more demand. Currently we are it's an old vehicle we no longer have. You take all, you are fast, 130. You're probably gonna be a little bit overkill. That's a new one for passengers. Do I just want to do the Klondike? I can. It's probably the next progression up. All right, so let's go ahead and replace these guys all with the Klondike. And I just need to do a little bit of a pause real quick up to here. All right, let's go landing. All right, that takes care of nothing. Is it small pier too? It is. No, that's Madison. That is large. Why are you giving me? All right, let's just see what the. Let's change the terminal here. All right, that fixed my problem. All right, that's all I needed to do. All right, cool. You guys should be good to go. We don't need the fastest speed possible. We know you're fixed. All right, so that's going to give us. It's going to drop off. It can drop off 110 at a time. The problem is, can we accept 110? Yeah, we accept it up to 130, so we are good here. All right, so no need to change all this up. All right, so that will take care of. Why did you not update? Cool. All right. And that should give us a much larger capacity, 70 to 78, which is larger than what we're demanding here, which is 66. So that's great. And we'll have some room to grow. Next up, Madison. You have a demand of 96. Looks like whatever we have going on here, looks like you're able to keep up. Madison, 64. Let's see if we upgrade you, switch you out for a newer vehicle. 8 with 60. Actually, you're on an old route. I'd rather go for volume here if I can. 12. Yeah, let's do the one with 12. It's probably going to be a little bit overkill. 112. You know what? It gives us some room to grow into. All right, I can live with that. And then we need to get at least the ships at a rate of a little bit over 100 if we can. All right, so we're at 56. So we can double this up. The only problem is this ship's not being made anymore. You are small, correct? Yes. So let's go ahead and replace you with that. And it gives me a rate of 104, which is fantastic. All right, so we'll go ahead and leave it like that. All right, and that should help move the tools and take care of this little bit of backlog and make us a little bit more extra cash. Now I'm kind of wishing I would upgrade you guys with the small things, but that's fine. It's fine. We're gonna have to go large at some point anyways. All right, so now that all that's taken care of, oh, actually, can we accept? All right, so this is the other problem we gotta fix. So we can bring in a max of 130 at a time. This thing's not set up to accept 130. Currently, actually exit this real quick. Right now, we can only accept 160, so we got a lot of work to do here. So we'll configure this. Cargo, give it small, large. All right, we need 130. We have 160. Okay, now I can accept everything. All right, that's also very important when you're dealing with ships, is to make sure that the depot that's everything's going into has the capacity to accept it. All right, so now that that's done, that's our upgrade. Okay, time to focus on goods, and so we're gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna do. I think it's like this one, just because of the space that I have around it. It's not clutter or anything. I really want to go from here, which kind of sucks a little bit because, yeah, has some distance to go. As well, if I want to here, I wouldn't have as much distance to cover, and I could. I mean, the idea of this one was to be a depot, which it could still be a depot. It could. All right. Maybe I will use this one. That way I can ship things over if I do want to make it a depot. I hate giving up on something like that, but it kind of is what it is. But the struggle I'm going to have is getting the resources here. So I think on this one, I'm going to focus on getting plastic here first. Actually, I have two different options for plastic. I have two different options for steel. No, I really don't like this one. This is going to be fun. The problem is I really didn't want to do a road over here, but it looks like I'm going to be sucked into doing a road. As long as I don't know. I probably will have a drop off here. Shoot. I wish there was steel on this side. There just isn't. And I'm using that one for machines. I got one down here, which I really don't want to use that close together. I'm going to have to make it work. We'll make it work. We'll probably continuously to do some modification. I mean, I could have the steel come straight through the bottom part of Gresham here. I absolutely could do that. I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll use this plant right here. It's already hooked up, and we'll have it come straight through Gresham. So for the time being, I think I've changed my mind. Let's do steel first, because this is gonna be the I don't know. I hate to use the word fun because it's not gonna be fun. Probably the most frustrating. All right. So first things first, we're gonna delete these connections. That's why we have you on pause. Oh, shoot. Didn't let the vehicles get out. We'll see what we can do here. All right, so we want a city road. We want large. We want bus lanes. Tram track. We're gonna say yes. Actually, one second. While we're doing all this, configure. Let's give it an updated passenger building here. There we go. Let's give it some updated looks. All right, then let's go bus lane, trams, all that good stuff. Keep you straight. I'm gonna have it connect right there. All right, I need to have you pass the city limits. You are past the city limits. Cool. You're gonna be a struggle here. Do I need it to go past? Yep. We're gonna be deleting some of this, but for right now, we'll have it connect like that. We'll make it work. All right, so now we need to fix this stuff. Pause real quick. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try bus station. City. Oh, I didn't put that there. The game put that there. I was like, oh, why is that so wonky? Don't like it. All right. That way, and then have a bus station more in front here. And now everything's fixed. And streets. Probably get rid of the bus lane here, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it. I'll do something straight. I had a feeling. It is what it is. All right, so if we press play, there we go. As soon as this is out of here, we'll delete this. But I think I'm going to leave this be. Flatten it, 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 flatten it. There we go. All right, cool. I'm going to get out of that loop so I can delete it. Alright, so we'll create a little bit better here. Alright, so what I want to do is I just want to connect up to this actually connect to the train depot is not the smartest thing in the world to do. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, but alright, so let's go ahead and grab buildings, streets. Let's go back to country roads, 2 lanes. We do not need a bus line. Do not need a trams. So let's go straight. Now that got straight. And now on the curve tool, we should be able to curve without running into the train tracks. There we go. All right, smooth this out. Yeah, we're doing some live building here, guys. Normally we do some fast forward here, but we definitely have some instructions as we go. All right, so that gives us, we'll be able to connect to the steel plant there. We still have to connect up iron ore and coal, which is something I haven't looked at yet. Where am I getting iron ore and coal at? There's some coal there. Where is iron ore? Ooh. Way over here. Is there a way to speed up this process? If I have iron ore being shipped off to here, we can pick up iron ore, turn it to steel, bring steel back. I don't think that's the most effective way. But it's gonna have to do it. It sucks. I tell you what, tropical map sucks for efficiency. Yeah, there's really no way. Because if I drop it all, because these guys are 1-to-1, so it doesn't make sense to put iron ore on there. But I'd really love to. All right. No need to cry for spilt milk. So let's go ahead and delete this. Let's go ahead and let's flatten around it. I think this one I need to flatten around. This seems a little bumpy. What I want to do here is bring on the roads And we're going to try to do our little triangle thing that we did before. And actually, we might actually box this in. Too close. All right, so you want to go way past. We'll delete off the extra then. But we need to go way past. And this is just more like so I know where to cut it off at. All right. So let's go ahead and delete the extras. Delete, 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 and delete. All right, so that gives us our nice little shaped in pattern that we want. Let's go ahead and smooth the terrain around it. Can't believe I never smoothed that out. Who did this janky job? Definitely wasn't me. All right, so we have that boxed in as that was going to be our route. Unfortunately, we're going to have our iron ore come through this exact same route and go through our city. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Had I have more space and some water, I probably would just train the iron ore into the steel factory because I could just connect all these up, and eventually, you know, we could bring a pretty sizable train to unload. But unfortunately, if I would train it from like here, I mean, it's pretty direct. We have Gresham in the way, which means we have to go out and around. I mean, it is possible. It is possible to train in iron ore. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to train. Actually, I'm going to train in iron ore. I think I've made the executive decision to train it in. We're going to put a train line right here. We're going to come out and around this stuff, just stay away from the city, and then hook in to the steel plant. I think we're going to make an exception here where I think we're going to need a train. How much time we got in this episode? We do not have enough time to put a train in. So I think what we're going to do is finish the connection here. And then next we'll put a train in. We'll do some fast forward. Actually, this might be a 3 episode to get this done. It's a very, like I say, goods and machines are probably the most complex production line that you have to put, you know, that you can put in. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a country road here. Make sure you're straight. There we go. And let's go ahead and put your curve lines on. And we're just going to kind of follow the tracks, and then we're going to curve into there. So let's get the curve lines in. We want this to follow the natural heights. Unfortunately, there's no dodging this stuff. I try to come close as rail as possible. We're trying to keep the heights. Right now, if we curve, awesome. Let's smooth it out and let's wrap this one up. So we have the connection from the steel plant to our goods factory. Now, if anything should try to close on me, well, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of closures. Actually, you know, I say that and there's one. I'm not seeing a whole lot of closures anymore. I'm starting to, I thought I had the frequency turned up on this one. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know if that has something to do with like the tropical map where there's not as much space for industries to go to, so we're not seeing as many closures. But yeah, there should be. I'm just surprised we're not seeing as many closures. All right, so that hooks that up. And get out of my face. All right, there we go. So we have a connection from the steel plant to our goods factory that will use road vehicles to go straight through here. And like I said, we're going to cancel the idea of having. I was going to have this come up through and deliver also, but I don't think I want that many vehicles coming through. I mean, it's not part of my city yet, but my city will grow towards that platform. And I want to make sure that we're not having those kind of issues when we get there. And we may need to do something different here. Yeah, let's do something different. Let's get a tram station Doesn't really need to be that big. It'd be nice if I said yes, or go ahead and do electric. I don't have to remember to modify you later. Why are you not going in? Oh, it's probably that station already being there. Alright, let's go and do 20. We'll do 20. We need to have a capacity of greater than 48. That's for sure. Okay, cool. You already took care of this one for me. Thank you. All right, so we need to be able to hold more than 48. So let's configure. Let's grab some buildings here. Let's grab a large, or actually let's grab a small one. Then a large one. There we go. We should have more than enough capacity now. Yep. All right. So when the train lines come in, though, we should have enough to hold everybody. We shouldn't lose. We should no longer lose passengers because of it. Cool deal. All right. That's gonna wrap up this one, guys. So much to go on. The other thing that I really need to focus on, I gotta figure out what's going on up here. We have tons of stone build up. So I think. Too many things, but I think we'll have to split this goods production over 3 episodes instead of 2 episodes, just so we can focus on things that, you know, seem like there's something going on where we definitely have a lot of stone build up. We got to figure out what's going on there if we can do something about it. But guys, that's going to wrap up this one. What are we on? Episode 29. Oh, I cannot believe it's only episode 29, and I feel like I'm so close to the end. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Maybe something's got to go wrong. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, guys. I am definitely enjoying doing this series for you guys. I'm enjoying the challenge in between my hair losses going on, trying to stress myself out, figure out how I'm going to connect everything. I still don't know how I'm pulling off machines, because unless something closes and goes somewhere else a little bit more lucrative, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. But guys, if you're enjoying it so far, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to leave me a comment. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. God, you're polluting. Bye.